All right, guys. So this is case 168.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Well, they're not in his team. He's not wearing his team uniform. That might be part. I don't know. It's a nice card, though. I really do like it. That's for sure. All right, so I'm going to move these to this side for this one. All right. Here we go. Box 1, case 168. Well, a lot of times the Aflacs used to, not always, but they would put Aflacs out before they put the player out. So I remember Zunino was really hot for that reason. Bryce Harper was really hot. So what would happen is they would hold back the okay, for instance, how about Bobby Witt, right? You see Bobby Witt's not in draft, even though he was the second overall pick. Instead, Bobby Witt was in Bowman. Well, will be in Bowman, right? Well, what they would do back in the day is they would have put Bobby Witt's Aflac in draft. But that's the only auto he would have, right? They don't do that anymore. But that would make the Aflac auto so desirable because it was the only Bowman auto for the player until the next product came out. But now they stopped doing that for whatever reason, and now they spread it out. It used to be Aflacs were only in draft. Now they put Aflacs in everything. So, Jimmy Lewis auto. So imagine if C.J. Abrams had an Aflac auto, but nothing else. Because that's what happened with Bryce Harper. Bryce Harper had an Aflac auto in 2010 draft. Was that right? 2010 draft, and then his auto was in 11 Bowman. I think that's right. Or maybe his Aflac was in... Anyway. Everybody wanted the Aflac of Harper. It was like $1,000 card. Back when nothing was $1,000. It was crazy. Ah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm interested in how this is all going to play out with the Astros this year. Peyton Burdick, are they going to play well and prove everybody wrong? Or are they going to play like shit, prove everybody right? I don't know. It's a good question. Antoine Kelly, so back-to-back autos right there. Well, close anyway. Not quite back-to-back, but really close. Yeah, the 2010, and the thing about the 2010 Aflac is you had an Aflac every case, practically, sometimes two, so it was actually a pretty good chance at hitting the Quinn Priester, purple paper. It was actually a pretty good chance of hitting that Harper, as far as all things being considered. Now you could go for 10, 20 cases without hitting an Aflac. I don't know what they go for now. There was a lot of forgeries. Because his non-autoed card got out. Because they give him you could get a set back then. If you went to the All-American game, the Aflac All-American game, you could get a set. And then you were supposed to get the players to sign them. And then people were forging his auto, and then they were forging the stamp, and it was terrible. And then one year they put out Aflac, and they forgot to stamp it. So there's no difference between the Aflac you got out of a pack and the Aflac people got in person, and that killed the value. It really hurt probably the brand overall. I don't remember what year that was, but that was just a debacle. Jared Triolo, Blue Wave auto for the Pirates. People were furious about that. Moss Town, what's happening? Right? I just sent you a huge box today. Not UPS. I sent it postal. I think you had a large flat rate box went out today. Davy Garcia, and it had not one but two knives. How cool is that? Yeah, it was weird how they did it. Peyton Burdick again. What's up with this guy? To 25. Burdick paper. Yeah. And it wasn't that big of a box. I mean, it was a big box, but it wasn't like UPS black box big. It was a lot of personals, and then I think you were in the divisional. The divisional shipped. I sorted that and packed it up myself, so the divisional definitely shipped. But that's the only recent Bowman like group break that shipped. But the Pack Wars, the Box Wars, they shipped, and then personals all shipped. Everything. Yeah, right? Two knives, one for each hand. What is it he says in Tombstone? Oh, you're drunk. You couldn't hit anything. You're probably seeing double. I have two guns, one for each of you. Oh, good old Doc Holliday. You know what I've been watching while I work at night lately? I've been watching Acevero, Nick Quintana. I've been watching the Deadwood. I've been watching Deadwood. It's good. I've enjoyed it. Yeah. Yeah, well, the thing is, in order to sell them to where it would be profitable, they'd be really expensive. Let's just say the money I spent on these was absolutely stupid because, you know, you can do a fun kind of promotional item without spending stupid money. And I spent stupid money on those, but man, they're so cool. Phil says they even smell good. I haven't smelled them, but Phil says they smell good. So I don't know. I don't have very many left. So if you want to get a knife, you probably want to get in early. Yeah, I like Westworld. I like the original Westworld back in the day. What was that? Yul Brynner, right? Wasn't that Westworld? Davy Garcia. He's a Yankee. Nice card. Phil knows smells. You know what? You're probably right. He probably does. Look at that, Lipsius. I'm just completely sideswiping your Riley Green. I got you 2 Detroit Tigers in a row, but it's not Riley Green. I don't know if he's cut himself, but I sent Phil a handful of them. I sent him quite a few. Tony Losi. I don't know. You've got a box coming. I don't know if there's one in there or not. There might be. I was gonna like keep track of who I sent them to so I didn't accidentally double up, you know, because I don't have a lot. Listen, they were less than 20, but more than 15. Okay, that's how much these were each. So if I send you one, bro, I'm not messing around. That's legit right there. Yeah, I like the HBO version. It was definitely different, that's for sure. But I liked it. Uh-oh, for Phil. Refractor auto, Nick. What do they say during the halftime show? Phil, you got a Nick. Yeah, well, you know what? They may. I hope they do. You know what I've been spending money on? Bed Bath and Beyond has like these flavored well, I guess that's what they are. Scented hand soaps, right? Bro, they're like crazy names too. They're like forest raspberries and jasmine. You know, I mean stuff like that. But man, they smell so good. And they're always on sale, so I always buy like 6 of them. Yeah, I always buy like 6 of them. I take the girls in because they get the lip gloss, you know. Adley Refractor. It's a nice card. They always want the lip gloss and the what's that stuff that comes in a little thing? Oh, the hand sanitizer. They like the lip gloss and the hand sanitizer, right? So I always take them in there and they always get that. Well, I've been walking by these soaps and I was like, man, these are some fancy looking soaps. And so we bought the new shop, and I was like, let's put some fancy soaps in the new shop, right? Man, I'm addicted to these things now. The last time I went to buy some, though, it was right before Christmas, and the line in that store was out of this world. I was like, nope, forget it. I'll use Dial. But I haven't ran out yet, so I'm good. Am I a girl? I can speak a little Russian too. They roll their K's. Did you know Russians roll their K's? Hold on. Очень хорошо. Очень хорошо. Как дела? Oh, I've never used a coupon, but that's not because I'm against coupons. It's just because I'm against like joining those lists and stuff. Grant McCrae, but they always have like, you know, buy 2 get 7 free or something ridiculous like that, where you have to do it. You know what I mean? Well, the girls were the reason I went in there the first time. That's not a lie. That's not a cover. That's the truth. You wouldn't really get me in that store for any other reason. But now that I've been in there, I'm totally going in, and I'll be the only guy in the store. I don't care. Bryant Packard. Bryant Packard. I know what the bribe you win. Yeah. JJ Bleday, Sky Blue. It's a nice card. 4th overall pick. And Eric Miller for the Phillies. Ooh, $10 off. That's fantastic. I'm gonna have to do that. Uh-oh, look at that. 2 color Giants autos in a row. Grant McCrae and Fart. What's up with this guy? It's the only guy I know. Signs his name Fart. That's great. Izzy Wilson. Listen, don't destroy my dream, okay? Anytime something's buy 2 get 7 free, I'm down, man. Agnos for the Yankees. I'm all over that. Tyler Baum. Can't have a case without Tyler Baum. We hit a black auto Tyler Baum in the last case. This one just a base. Adaman for the Cubs. Aramis Adaman. But I'd be buying the hell out of those things, man. I love them. I got these 2 different peach kinds. You know what throws me off, right? You know what I did? I went in and I bought like, I don't know, 4, 6 of them, something like that. And, you know, I got like this cherry blossom and basil or some damn thing. And then I bought this peach one, and I bought, I don't know, something else. So then I go back like a couple weeks later, and all the ones I bought were gone. And they had all these new ones, and it was like black cherry and lavender or something like that. So I bought them, right? I bought like 4 or 6 more, whatever it was. And when I got them back to the shop, all they had changed was like the label, but it was still the exact same like name, just in different like writing, you know, different font. And then, you know, one had like this marbled top and like this really fancy label, and then one was more like kind of like a fruity looking label, you know. But it turns out it's the exact same thing. They just changed the label. They didn't change anything else. So I had no idea. But I liked them so much that I bought the exact same. I bought the exact same scents both times. So I was like, well, I mean, I guess I really like these, but they look different, so I thought they were different. But it turns out they weren't different. They were the exact same thing. So I put it. I've got a private bathroom in the new shop, and then my staff have a bathroom, and then we've got like a storage shed, and it actually has a half bath in there. So I was able to put cool soaps in every bathroom. in every bathroom at the new shop. Whoa, what do we got going on? What are we talking about? Oh, I am not excited about that. Oh, they already doing it, right? Aren't they? I forgot. That's happening today, isn't it? I forgot all about it. Josh Smith, the guy doing it for me is the owner of Blowout. Unless you mean Kelly. Kelly's doing the second 18. Kelly's been breaking forever. 4. All right. Well, I'll probably be asleep by 4. Let's just say not. Some people weren't happy with me for not going. That is not my idea of a good time. Yeah, I don't think Matt packs up his stuff though. I think it's the warehouse staff that does it. I think. I don't actually, you know what? I shouldn't even say because I don't know. And then I don't know who packs for Kelly. Oh, yeah, that's Kelly. Yeah. It's tough sometimes, man. Getting good staff and then getting them to do everything right. And Ryan Zephyrjan. And then, of course, he's shipping all the way from Dakota. So, you know. He's a good dude, though. I think I've known him, I guess, probably 10 years now. Well, I probably met him in like 2012. So, about 8 years. I thought that was going to be a dual auto, but it's not. Oh, black auto, though. What do we got here? You guys ready? Black auto of... Ooh, that's nice for the Rockies. Toglia. First rounder. 51 out of 75. eBay breaks always scare me. I've never done an eBay break. No, I take that back. That's not true. I did an eBay break with Boomo in 2012. I joined his 50 caser. You know what I bought from Boomo in 2012 in his 50 caser? Richie Schaefer. I bought Richie Schaefer in 2012 from Boomo. He got mad at me because I did an opening, a box opening, but I didn't say anything bad. But I guess it just because I guess it wasn't flowery enough. I don't know. He was mad about it though. He was like, "How could you put that video up?" And I was like, "What's wrong with the video? It doesn't, it says all the cards came, but he didn't top load the cards. He did sleeve them, but he didn't top load them." So I think I mentioned that, that was odd. Normally you get your cards top loaded. But he didn't top load them. So that was the only thing. I think that was the only negative thing I said, but he was pretty mad about it. All right, box 5. Well, I mean, that could happen to me too. I mean, we ship like that sometimes. Usually we try to protect them, but if they're chrome, we don't always. Just team bag and bubble mailer. That happens with me sometimes. What's up, Spitball? Purple Auto Spencer Steer. I think we hit a color Spencer Steer in both breaks. Either that or earlier in this break we hit a blue or something. Yeah, Boomo's got a personality for sure. He does. There's a lot of people. He was really popular for a long time. There's a lot of people that really did enjoy his style. But what ended up happening is I don't know if it was necessarily him or the people he had partnered up with, which are all still involved in breaks majorly. I mean, majorly. On a huge national level. But his partner, and maybe him, who knows, were buying up his breaks, and so they were pushing the prices up. They were basically shill bidding his breaks, and it got him. Oh, that's a nice card. Look at that. It got him kicked off of eBay. Josh Jung, 11 out of 25. Damn, that's a nice card. It got his account kicked off eBay. He's back on now, but it got him booted there for a while. But people, they'll swear by him, and he's never cheated me. But if nothing else, it had the appearance of being pretty shady, and I think that really hurt him as far as breaking. But he's still breaking, so I mean, obviously, it didn't do too much. That is a fantastic hit, my friends. Fantastic hit. Yeah, no, you definitely don't want your kids watching. I met he said in his live chat one time that he was something I would never say something to his face, or I forget what it was. So at the National, I walked up to him, I introduced myself, and he was like, "Oh, you're Houdini," and I was like, "Yeah." Because he said, that guy, he won't say anything to my face. So I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "Oh, well, I'm surprised to meet you in person." And I was like, "Really? Why is that?" He goes, "Because in person you're not a dick." John Rave, and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he was like, "All right, see you later," and that was it. Yeah, oh, I know. It's a monster hit. That's a fantastic card. Naseem Nunez. But I often think that Boomo he kind of just gets a bad rap because He's uncouth, but I don't know if he really deserves a bad rap that he gets as far as some of the things. I just think he was partnered with some people that were probably too shady. His overall financial backer is somebody I wouldn't work with, and then he had a lot of weird things going on with Heroes of Sport, which they turned out to be pretty bad. But a lot of stuff just looked off. Like he was winning a lot of their contests and stuff. And I think that it looked bad, but he was in so much of it that, I don't know. So if you join a Boomo break, I think if you as long as you enjoy his personality, you're probably fine. I don't think he's switching out hits or anything like that. Anything like that. Right? That's what I should have put. That's what this should have said. Cheap front. I was going to put home of the late night case breaks, but there wasn't really a lot of room, so I just left it like this. But I could have put not a dick in person. Yeah, I'm sure that's probably true. Josh Wolf. That's probably true. You could probably just Google Boomo breaks, and he'll come right up. Yeah, but that's his style. I mean, he used to have his bird on his shoulder during breaks, and he used to, like, the thing that I told him, and I told him privately, I was like, bro, you can't do this, and he just doesn't care, bro. He had a chocolate candy bar in his hand, okay? In his hand, and he ate it in his bare hand and then kept breaking. And I was like, bro, you got to go wash your hands after you eat a chocolate candy bar. And he was like, well, it didn't melt. It didn't get on my fingers or anything. And I'm like, dude. Yeah, he's an acquired taste, that's for sure. Know a song. But I mean, if you enjoy his personality, I would join his breaks. He's got some pretty cheap breaks. He's got good prices. He's been around a long time. There are a lot of people that don't like him. But I mean, if you have joined his breaks and you've seen his eccentric personality, you would understand why he can be abrasive and, like somebody called him, toxic. I mean, that's fair. But I think that deep down he's probably a pretty good guy. Maybe gets as much out of breaking as he as anybody else does. He's got some viral videos though. He did one about Blowout that I used to impersonate a lot. And people would come into the chat, right, at like 2 a.m, and they're like, do the Boomo. And I would impersonate the Boomo viral video. It's interesting. Chris Justice. Now, Chris Justice, if we're telling stories, I used to watch his videos every night, right? Every night I would watch whatever he had posted, I watched it. And when I first started breaking, I tried to copy his mannerisms because he's the guy that I most admired as a breaker, as an online personality. And back in those days, Chris Justice wasn't live. He didn't stream. He would open the product on camera, just like Phil. he would open the product, but he didn't edit, but he would open the product on video, and then he would post the video to YouTube. He did do different things on, like when he had a case of a certain product, he would number the boxes, and you could purchase a specific number. So like the first time he opened, say, this case, he would take a magic marker and he would number them 1 through 8, right? And now that the case was open, those 1 through 8 would be the boxes. And he would take a dice. If you didn't take a certain box, he would take a dice and he would roll it, and then that would be the number you got of on the case. That would be the box you got, and then he would open it on camera. Upload it to YouTube. But the reason that I tell you all the story is that I just appreciated his mannerisms, his style, his personality. And that's who I copied when I first started. So that'll tell you how long he's been around, because I was copying him back in 2010, and he was like the man. He had the best videos. He had the best personality. He didn't always know every product. And he didn't always know every single sport, but he was just so likable that, you would get him to open, Magic the Gathering just because, you liked him. I never did a break with him, but I must have watched, $100,000 worth of product get opened. Yeah, and Tattoo had the knife. Remember the knife? And, Tattoo had this cool knife, and they would open the product with like this crazy looking blade. That actually made me think of this. Is I was looking at different knives that there were out there, and I thought, it would be cool to have, like, because that was iconic. If you were ever in Chris's YouTube community back then, people talked about Tattoo and the knife, and it was like a special deal to have him come over and open the box. It was crazy. But that made me think, it'd be nice if I had, like, maybe not so much iconic, but maybe, a knife that would be, when people see it, they think of me, although some people tell me that when they see this, they think of Freedom Cardboard. It's not what I was going for. Not that there's anything wrong with Freedom Cardboard, but yeah, no, we're definitely not good at hockey. I know I'm not. That's for sure. I'm sending all my hockey to Phil. Phil's got that hockey stuff down like that. Chris, Cards Infinity. Again, if you Google Cards Infinity, it'll show up. He's got like a logo. It looks like a little frog or a lizard, and he's got a infinity is part of his logo with like a little frog. 12 out of 25. But if you go on YouTube, he's got some fantastic videos. Yeah, Phil has a cool knife. He was talking about his, what was it? Stanford? He was like, me and Stanford started this business. Jared Triolo, it made me feel bad for sending him a knife because I do not have a lot of sapphire left. I can't answer that question, to be honest with you. I actually have to do inventory. I don't know how much I have left. Yeah, I can give you hints. The first and most important thing is start small. Don't. I mean, so many people are like, "Hey, I'm gonna do a 10 case break or a 20 case break." I started. The reason that I'm called Cheap Fun Breaks is because I started doing breaks that cost the price of a blaster. I was trying to get in to the break game, and so I thought, well, why don't I do something that I enjoy? And I enjoy going to Walmart or Target and buying a blaster, But if you buy a blaster, you almost never get anything, Isn't that true, right? You buy a blaster and there's nothing in it. So I thought, if I could run a break of hobby product for the price of a blaster, wouldn't people want to join them? So I was doing breaks that were $20, $22, $25. Any under 30. I didn't do a break over 30. Because I wanted it to be the price of a blaster, and that's why they were called Cheap Fun Breaks. That's where the name came from. Look at that, Michael Bush. I think that might be the third Michael Bush auto, or maybe that was the other case. Maybe we had two in the other case. So I started really, really, really small. See, look at that card sticking out. It's not even gonna be. There's not even gonna be damage. Wait till you see. And then an opportunity opened up to start doing draft within just a couple months. I guess people liked my personality, and the person that was doing draft wasn't doing them anymore. And so they were like, hey, why don't you, do like a 6-case draft break? And that's where the Bowman came from. I just started doing those in 2011. But I had a break club, right? There was like 40 people in this club. It was so cool. And we would do a cheap, fun break every month. And it was like $25. It was like $25. Matt Mercer. So that's what I think you need to do. You have to start small. And even if you have to give away product, the second most important thing for a new breaker, other than starting small, is your email list. You have to have an email list. And you don't want just anybody on your email list either. Having 100 people on your email list and only 90 of them open 90 of them don't even open your email, it's worthless. You know what I mean? You want to have a concentrated email list, even if it's only 50 names. If it's 50 names of people that are interested in what you offer, it's a perfect, that's all you need. You only need 22 people in a break. If you've got a 30-team break, usually 22 different people will sell it out. That's my average. It doesn't always work, but generally 22 people will sell a baseball product. So start small, build it up, slowly. And, I think that's the way to get into the breaking game right now, because it's so saturated. And then once you're in it, you have to have a couple things to stay in it. You have to have charisma, character, and community. You have to have those three things. Charisma, you can't teach charisma. And that doesn't mean you have to be a type A personality either. You can be a quiet person with charisma. Character is another thing you're not going to be able to be taught. You either have character by now or you don't. And then community is something that you have to build. You have to work at community. So even if it means giving away some breaks, go on Twitter and be like, hey, if you are willing to retweet my tweet, right, I'm willing to give away half the spots or something like that. It takes money to make money. 3 of 5, John Doxicus. It's a nice red. The Josh Jung's definitely the better auto, but that's really rare right there. That's a really great card. First rounder, but he's a Rays pitcher, so. You challenged Phil. If I was getting back in like today, right now, and I was starting out brand new, I would probably do a cheap break that would cost less than $20 a spot delivered. I would promote it almost exclusively on YouTube and Twitter, maybe Instagram. I don't know. I don't have any, so I don't know. And I would probably give away most of the first break. Hell, I might give away most of the second break. Because it's not making money on your first 2 breaks that are important. It's making money on all the rest of the breaks. That's what I would do. And I would slowly build it up. Have fun with it, And when you send off that first couple of breaks, make sure there's something in there that they're not expecting. Even if it's just a thank you note, that goes a long way. That's something they're going to remember you by. Have your little business card in there and maybe tell them, hey, here's a way to get a discount. I don't know. There's all kinds of different things that you can do to promote yourself. And you can definitely look at that son of a gun. You got it. Look at that. That's hysterical. Phil put up a video. That's all right. He's doing daily breaks. He's got to be able to get it done. I respect that. He told me he was going to do 2 or 3 a week, and now he's already up to every day. So that's pretty cool. Just give me something to go watch when I get done here, right? But you can get into the group breaking, but you can't get into the group breaking by saying, I want to do what this guy's doing. You got to do it yourself. You got to be yourself. You know, and if you like football, then do football. If you like basketball, then do basketball. You know, don't force a sport. You know, baseball is going to be popular right now because now we're into the baseball, you know. Basketball's still going on. Football's probably dead. There'll be a couple products. You know, the big ones are still coming. National Treasures isn't out yet. Seth Beer, blue paper. For the D-backs. So, you know. Yeah, no problem. You know, other thing you want to do is just have a good camera. Oh, no, Doxicus. Doesn't have to be a great camera, all right? My camera, I think it was $100. I think I bought it for $100. And it streams in HD. And don't use the mic that comes with the camera, whatever you do. Go ahead and get a mic, too. You can get one of those. Ooh, that's a nice card. Andrew Vaughn, 31 out of 50. Nice hit. That's a nice hit for the White Sox. Look at them sneaking in that hit. Wow. Get a good mic, too, you know. I've had this mic since the beginning. And I used to do voiceover work, and that was my mic from back then. But, you know, they have those new egg mics or whatever the hell they're called. They're only like $60 or something like that. But you want a good mic. Whitney, what's happening? You came right at the right moment because we're done. Good at hockey in the U.S.? Nobody. Clouts and Chara. I don't know if they're still around, but they're in Canada, and they were the only outfit that I would do. I don't do hockey, but if I did, I would do it with Clouts and Chara. But they're in Canada. I don't know anybody else that does hockey. You can get them like, you know, Best Buy. Just Google it, but you don't really want the Audio Technica mic I have. That was pretty expensive. You can get a pretty inexpensive mic. There's a lot of new ones out. Blue, something blue in the name. I don't know. But if you Google it, you'll see. All right, guys, let's recap. This is a fantastic case. This was a crazy case. Just insane. Wait till you guys see this case. Easy. Where'd the other stand? Oh, the Josh Jung's on the other stand. I'm like, where's the other stand? Andrew Vaughn. Very, very nice. 31 out of 50. Gold refractor, Andrew Vaughn. He was, what, second overall, right? No, third. Sorry, I knew he wasn't second. Bobby Witt was second. Seth Beer, Ornelas, Mercer, Aaron Schunk, gold paper. Amaya, that's a nice card. Amaya to 25. Noah Song, John Rave, Evan White, Thomas Dillard, McConnell, Adaman, Agnos, Miller, Bulladay, that's paper. Adley, that's a refractor on the Adley. I think it's to 250. Davey Garcia, Acevedo, Peyton Burdick, orange paper. Davey Garcia again, and Peyton Burdick, blue refractor. And then autos. Excuse me. We've got John Doxicus, Riley Green. Damn, I forgot about the Riley Green. What am I going to do? I guess we're going to have to go with 4, huh? I mean, how do you leave one of these out? You can't. You can't leave one of these out. Riley Green, purple auto. Very, very nice. John Doxicus, red auto. Very, very nice. Michael Bush, Triolo, Will Wilson. That's a nice card, too. Refractor auto. Jamari Baylor to 150. Logan Wyatt, Fart. Josh Wolf. Nasim Nunez. Spencer Steer. Michael Toglia. That's a nice card. To 75. Zephyr Jean. Josh Smith. Tyler Baum. Another Fart. Green auto. Giants doing well with a Grant McCray. Nick Quintana and Lipsius, both Detroit. Triolo again. Antoine Kelly and Jimmy Lewis. But look at this card right here. Holy cow. Look at this. Bam. Josh Jung, 11 of 25. We hit a red auto, we hit a purple Riley Green, and we hit a gold refractor of Andrew Vaughn. But look at this. Holy cow. Very, very, very nice. All in all, I'd say that's an amazing case. That was just fantastic. All right, guys. I'm going to save your video, get a photo up, and I got you.